If you want to become like Ayanokoji, then most likely it depends if you're an extrovert or an introvert. If you're an introvert, it's a lot more easier since Ayanokoji is the type who has less friends and is not the best at conversations. He is also very talented and mastered the piano like he said in one of the episodes of Classroom of the Elite Season 1, so maybe try practicing more hobbies based on your liking. You also need to master the skill of tricking your friends. In case you didn't notice in the anime, he was able to manipulate people from Class C and was able to win in the end after the island survival trip. I don't have a better way to describe it, he also has good skills physically. There was one scene where he fought with Manabu Horikita, brother of Suzune Hirataka, and was able to save her in time before he was going to punch her. Practicing on physical skill is something you should try on. In the final scene for Season 1, it was shown that he does not see anybody as allies and he does not want people to get into his way when he is trying to do something. You should practice learning what to do in different situations. In one scene, Suzune was afraid to talk for Class D and Ayanokoji was able to notice this and make her wake up from her senses by doing this, making her able to talk more and Class D winning a little bit of victory. Finding out things that are planned and going to happen as well. I noticed how he is able to know exactly what to do when something is up. He creates plans for this situation, just like the problem that happened in the pool. In the pool, there was a group of guys trying to place a camera in the girls' restroom so that they can see the tape of them changing, and Ayanokoji knew what was going on and told Suzune about it for help. At the end, the situation got fixed successfully. In the light novel, LN, the narrator, which is actually Ayanokoji most of the time, spends a considerable amount of his time talking to himself, even when he's around people. He always seems to be trying to analyze people's emotions and attitude. He only talks when he is asked to, or when he feels like it's necessary. And yes, do not talk when you don't have to or before thoroughly thinking about what you're going to say. Thirdly, you need to be a master manipulator. Ayanokoji is seen, in both the anime and the LN, to be manipulating his friends to achieve his goals. However, only do so to achieve positive outcomes for your surroundings or benefits for yourself. An important note: if you actually manage to achieve something useful for your surroundings, make sure you don't get any credit for what you did or unnecessary attention. To repeat Ayanokoji's words, Ayanokoji is an extremely gifted person who tries his hardest to hide his talents from others. He is seen to be using his classmate Horikita to complete his plans. However, if you want to apply that to your actual life, do not use anyone or let anyone get credit for something you did for no reason at all. To explain a bit more, Ayanokoji makes Horikita get all the credit because he believes that she needs allies to reach Class A, and Horikita herself is aware of that. In other words, you might want a friend to be aware of why you're letting him have all the credit for something you did. Honestly though, it would be extremely weird if you help your peers out for no reason. Be extremely athletic, but don't actually show people what you're capable of unless you're obliged to. In the anime adaptation, Ayanokoji was forced to reveal some of his martial arts skills when the student council president attacked him. Also, in case you're wondering how athletic strong you should be, let's just say you need to be able to win a 4-on-1 fight without receiving a single scratch. Be extremely good at containing your emotions. Have a poker face. You're not supposed to be an emotionless psychopath, but don't let your emotion-mometer explode when facing an unusual situation. Try to keep your cool, no matter what, and try to not care when people hurt you or make fun of you. Have a good relationship with your surroundings. Try to be liked despite your nature. Don't make yourself enemies. Though he might sound distant and emotionless, Ayanokoji always tries his best to help and be kind to people around him. For instance, he was there for his classmate Sakura when she needed him and is always willing to accept requests from his comrades without expecting anything in return. Finally, you need to actually be smart, near genius level. I mean, come on, what's the point of all this if you're an absolute idiot? Being an idiot, but at the same time, an outgoing, friendly and a kind person who loves to party and socialize, which is the total opposite of Ayanokoji, is miles better than being an idiot and at the same time, a distant introvert that avoids people most of the time. As a person that wants to be like Ayanokoji, you need to be aware of this, and I am pretty sure you already are. Believe me if I tell you that Ayanokoji is not Ayanokoji without his intelligence. I am not, in any way, promoting anime character impersonation. From a personal perspective, I am very much against this kind of impersonation. You should really realize that anime characters, specifically main characters, live in an environment that is perfect for their personality. Their entourage has literally been designed to fit their character. At the same time, I'm not saying being inspired by a fictional character is wrong. So here is my suggestion, and what I personally do. Instead of wanting to become someone you're not, why don't you search for traits that you believe would be a perfect fit for the environment you're living in? As an example, a trait that Ayanokoji adopts is his ability to not give a damn about what people say about him, and this is something that is usually great to have. In my life, I am an introvert and my presence is not felt by my friends when I am around them. I feel very sad when I do works for them without getting the credit. I hope that you have understood that my life is also like Ayanokoji. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So, we will meet again in another video. Thanks for watching.